Hello, so today we're going to be reading Something to Say, Chapter 12 and Chapter 13. A new contact. Each step I try to think of something, anything I can do to help Malcolm. You break it, you buy it, it rolls around in my head. But how are you supposed to fix a broken person? When I get to the top of the stairs, I think of Rock's number hiding in my phone. And I think of how she used to make Malcolm laugh so hard he couldn't breathe. Maybe if I were to tell him about seeing rocks, it would make Malcolm smile, or maybe it will make him really mad. But something has to make me see that his life isn't over. If it turns out he can't play basketball anymore, and maybe rocks could be the one to do it. Once I get to my room, I pull out my phone. I stare at Rock's number and wonder if there's something I could text her that could end up helping Malcolm. If I would ask her dance, I'll probably figure this out. Each show, she sets on solving a problem. And so far, the only mystery Astro can't solve, or how she ended up being immoral and why she has all this ghost inside her. My thumb hovers over Roxy's name. I can't fix Malcolm, neither. But if I can change the way he feels about being back home, maybe I won't be the worst sister ever.
I didn't mean to cut 15, but that's a
Before I have time to change my mind, I text. My brother was really glad to hear I saw you. And I press send. It makes me a little brave, even though I just texted a complete lie. But it feels like Astro and Dan would do. I bet if Astro and I met in real life, we'll be friends. I click on the little plus sign to add a new contact and put Asteroid in the first namespace. And then, before I can worry about how weird I must be to do this, I put Dan in the last namespace. Then I put some random numbers in for her phone number. Seeing Astro name like she's a friend I could call makes me smile, even though it probably makes me the oddest person alive. A few minutes later, my phone buzzes with a message from Morale. It's just a smiley face, but it's a start.
Is it just me, or do you guys hear like 10 other zombies? It's not coming
Chapter
from this
13.
grinder, that's for sure.
Question 8.
Another cave, I think.
By the time Mommy gets home from work, I have started the sauce for the noodles, and I'm cutting up lots of lettuce for a salad.
Is it possible to have two zombie grinders right beside each other? What are the chances of that? What? How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away from each other. My Minecraft word is
By the time Mommy gets home from work, I have started the sauce for the noodles, and I am cutting up lots of lettuce for a salad.
What are the chances that we find two spawners right beside each other, and then inside the chest?
Where's your brother? Is the first question out of Mama's mouth. I'm not bothered she asked about Malcolm before me. He's the one who's hurting right now. Upstairs, I say, not looking up from the cutting board. She sighs and slides out of her shoes. What's for dinner? Spaghetti and green salad. We are out of bread, so I'm not making garlic bread. And because the broiler scares me, once I reached into a cooler tray out of the oven, and when the broiler was on, I forgot to put on the oven mitt. Even though my fingers only touched the top rack for a second, it still hurt really bad. Mama had told me my fingers under cold water while Guy ran outside and broke off a piece of aloe vera from a plant on the porch. He smeared the gooey guts over my fingers.
We made it. Okay. So
But the tips of my fingers will still hurt for over a week. Make sure you add bread to your shopping list, okay? Does that count as a question? I think so.
spawners and these
You're not putting anything weird in the sauce, are you? I like experimenting in the kitchen, but Mama doesn't want anything fancy. Last time I made spaghetti, I sliced up anchovies and garlic-filled olives and added them to the sauce, and Mama spit her first mouthful right out. No, Mama, I said, it's plain, boring spaghetti. Am I hearing a tone? No. Mama pads over to me and takes a few shreds of lettuce and dribbles them into her mouth. No tomatoes? We're out. No tomatoes, no bread. Why didn't you ask Malcolm to take you to the market? I didn't want to bother him. That's 7 questions already, and not one of them has been about my first day of school. Mama looks up from the ceiling. I bet she's wondering about going upstairs and giving Malcolm a talk to. She must decide against it, because she returns her attention to me. How was school? Questioning. Fine. Some of the teachers talk about the name change. I guess it's going to be decided soon. And Mama says to all of that, maybe she doesn't care about what my school is called. Then she starts tapping her foot, but without her heels on. It's just soft smooth against house. No crimps in your stuff. How were folks doing? Anyone talk to you? You talk to anybody? Everyone seems nice. Then I talked to a boy. Before I can explain, Mama says, a boy? She sounds suspicious. Not like that, Mama. We just talked in class. I shut my mouth because I was going to say we had lunch together, but that seems like way too much. I guess I should be happy you talked to somebody, Mama mumbles. Her phone buzzes, and when she pulls it out, I realize now my chance to talk to her about getting out of my English class. Mama, sometimes my mouth begins talking before my brain has totally figured out what I was going to say. Our English teacher is making us do speeches. What's the matter with that? Yeah, but she's tapping our message. So she's only partway listening. I think I should go and get into a different English class. One that focuses on right, like English is supposed to. I can't tell if Mama is humming something on her phone or me. Will you write a note to the school? Mama says on her phone. Uh-oh. Ding. Yes? What's really going on? I can feel sweat sprouting. I should have the better English teacher, and instead I got stuck with Mr. Humphreys. If you tell them I should be in Miss Garcia's class, they will have to switch me. Is the boy you were talking to in Miss Garcia's class? Mama asked, is that why you really want to switch? No, we're in the same class now. It doesn't have to do anything with it. Wait a minute, you want me to get you out of class that has one person at school you actually talk to? Now you know that's not going to happen. Mama goes back to her phone. Her judgment served. But then she adds one last thing. Besides, Mr. Humphrey's the best English teacher they got at that school. And he's black. Go, stop playing. Shoot, I should have known Mom already knew all about Mr. Humphrey. Chapter 14, Uninvited. When Mama drops me off at school the next day, I see the people with flyers again, but there seems to be more of them.
A market for my chest room furnaces and crafting tables, a home for all of the future villagers and myself, and his very own double XP mob grinder. But we're still missing a few essential
When Mama drops me off at school the next day, I see people with flyers again, but there seems to be more than of them. I scurry past the crowd, not wanting any of them to try to talk to me. I'm surprised when I got to first period, Aubrey is waiting outside the class. And even more surprised when I realize she's waiting for me. Hi, Dean, he says with so much enthusiasm. I only turn around to see if there's another Deanie behind me. I've been waiting forever for you. Hi, I say, but I don't stop to talk. I keep walking to the class. and he follows close behind me, and he keeps yipping and yapping, talking about Astrid and how cool she is, and how rare our bats are, and whether I've seen every single episode, every single graphic novel. People who are already in their seats look at him like he's from a different planet. Actually, they're looking at both of us that way. That's not fair. Even I don't know you're supposed to act like a caffeine puppy dog at school. I rushed to my seat trying to make it clear I'm not really with him. But he sticks to me like duct tape. When I sit down, Griffey shifts in his seat as if to put as much distance as possible between me and Aubrey. I don't like being loud as you say. I can never be friends with someone like Aubrey. Unfortunately, Aubrey doesn't seem to understand this fact. Because even though I ignored him in history and hustled out of class without stopping to talk, he still shows up at my lunch spot again. Hey, I say, with not much enthusiasm, staring at his fiery red hair. Why would anyone choose such a loud color? Hi, I woke up late today, and I didn't have time to make good lunch. Just 2 days old chicken and rice. But my mom is really good cook, so it's good, right? Just not all that school friendly. While he was talking, he sits down, takes out his container of chicken and rice, shows it to me, takes out a fork, then he shoves in a mouthful of food, and chews and stares at me, waiting for me to say something, I guess. It's not as if I ever had a friend in my entire life, from kindergarten all the way through second grade. The girls at school hung together in a big club. I guess we were friends. We played hopscotch together, and then two square and T-ball. If you didn't want to play, you still hung around the people who did. But the Emery Quarter had a birthday party, and she only invited 5 girls. And suddenly we all aren't one big group anymore. There were the girls who had gotten invited, and the girls who had. I didn't mind not getting invited because it was a horse riding party. And I'm scared of horses. But other girls felt bad and left out. Okay guys, so we're going to stop at page 58, but we'll pick up on that tomorrow. So, hope you guys like that. Bye!